That's all we wanted to do.
Jason can't make a jump shot to save his life. He's actually
you are out of your mind.
Next time we need to get you guys on the real basketball court. That's what would have made it funny. You're like out there actually.
You already know.
All right, it's funny you mentioned this because recently I got into a basketball court for the first time in like 20 years. I'm on a mission to be able to dunk, Kaitlin. I've never been able to.
No, he's been doing this. This mission has been 30 years running.
We have video footage. Brandon, do we want to play that now?
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Oh, gosh.
This is going to be hilarious.
I'm a better 2-foot jumper. I can't jump off of 1 foot. I'm going to tear my Achilles.
You're a fundamental guy. We got to get you the right fundamentals. You're not.
This is what I wanted to ask: are there techniques to jump higher? I mean, I don't know.
I think it's technically easier to dunk off jumping off of 1 foot than 2 feet. I think jumping off of 2 is probably
harder. You really
harder.
drive. That's kind of like a high jumper. You really drive that other knee up, and it helps you like kind of catapult yourself up there. But I think we're out of. He has to do it by 2 because he squats so much. Yeah, you're a power jumper.
It just hurts my ankle so bad trying to jump off of one leg.
He's got a bad ankle.
You're in danger.
Do you feel more comfortable that I could maybe dunk in a few weeks or get better at shooting?
In a few weeks? Oh boy. Is that what we're calling that? All you need is a few
30
weeks.
days.
30 days. 30 days what I'm going for.
Oh gosh. Trav, can you still dunk, you think?
Are you kidding me? You name I go between the legs right now. No, not all like that. I can definitely dunk though. I'll have that in the bag till I'm at least like 50, I think. Jason, I told him he had to lose at least 20 pounds and get the technique down perfectly.
I think you can do it though. I think you need to start with like a tennis ball. Then you get the tennis ball, you go to like a volleyball, then you go to a basketball.
Okay. All right.
Work your way up. I mean, don't ask me. I obviously don't dunk. Heck no. I could maybe like grab the rim, but like I'm not anywhere close to that. I just shoot threes and that's good.
Shoot it from anywhere.
How easy is it for somebody to learn how to shoot who can't shoot? Just hypothetically speaking, not for myself.
Honestly, like, I feel like if you're willing to like learn and like, that's the problem I feel like with a lot of like young kids and like young basketball players, their form is like so jacked up, but like, I feel like it's a pretty easy thing to pick up on like from a young age. So that's always what I tell like young kids, like make sure your form is always good and then you like kind of work your way back. But that's what I would always say the most important is. And like, I would get mad at my dad when I was a young girl because he wouldn't let me like just launch threes because like my elbows would be out like this. I'd be like throwing it like that because I wasn't strong enough. And then it like ruins your form. And then you have those habits like going on through the rest of your career. So, but I mean, if you're like willing to learn and like, I think that would be easier than learning to dunk if you like couldn't jump. Like you're trying to like become explosive again, I guess. I feel like standing there and being like this would be a little easier.
All right, fair enough. I kind of shoot. I got that Sean Marion going on right now.
Yeah.
I got to get better at that. But
he either Sean Marions it or he just goes one hand. And honestly, he might be better.
One hand is impressive. That's really impressive.
One hand, top of the key. He knows he has the backboard. If he throws it too long,
I don't know what to do with this left hand. It just feels awkward to me when it's involved with the basketball.
That's harder. So that's impressive, honestly.
This guy's insane. Let's get back to Nike though. I gotta ask some questions because I'm such a huge sneaker fan. You said that you're wearing the new kicks coming up this season.
Yeah.
I honestly, for everyone that doesn't know like the process that goes into like making the sneakers, like how long in advance has it been, or like when does it all start? Do they come to you with a shoe, a bunch of shoes? Do you kind of get to tweak them here and there? How is that process?
Yeah, I think it's honestly been like probably one of the coolest things I've got to do since. Honestly, the process started at the end of my senior year when I was at Iowa because I was deciding what shoe company I was going to go with. And I talked to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour, and they all offered me a signature shoe, obviously some faster than others. And, you know, everybody knows Nike makes the best product. It just kind of takes a little bit longer. And so I grew up wanting to be a Nike athlete. Every kid does. Nike, Jordan, like that's the premier brand and everybody knows that.
The custom Kobe's, yeah.
Oh yeah, the custom Kobe's are fine. I sent like Harry and some of your friends some. They're like, how do we get the? I was like, I got you. But no, I mean, it's probably been like a year and a half now of like figuring out what exactly I want. And I think probably the most challenging part of it is like you want it to be unique, but at the same time, like I have to be comfortable wearing it. So I think you kind of take what you know you're comfortable in. Like obviously I play in a lot of Kobe's, but at the same time, I don't want it to be a Kobe. I want it to be something very unique to me and a little bit different. And I think for myself, like, you know, I kind of think about like what's kind of been important to me when I think about like shoes or sneakers. And I think like just the chaseability of them and like, you want a certain sneaker or like you want a certain colorway. So I think that's like going to be probably the most fun part. Like, okay, great. Like you have like the mold of the shoe and like what it is and the technology that's in it. But more so, I think I'm more excited about like making the certain colorways or collabing with certain brands or whatever it is. I know I definitely got a Chiefs colorway on the way or PE or something. Maybe we can get Andy Reid to like coach in them at some point or something.
Are you kidding me?
Or we can turn them into a cleat or we get something like that.
Oh,
but
listen, you're speaking to me now. I'm game. It's so cool because a lot of like you're doing exactly what like I've always dreamed of doing in terms because everybody that plays a sport or definitely is a hooper like dreams of having a signature shoe. Like it is the coolest shit ever. But I remember LeBron came out with his first signature shoe and it was like he had this Hummer in high school, the notorious Hummer, and he kind of like shaped or like made the shoes kind of resemble a Hummer's like look and model and everything like that. Like when it comes down to like it being true to you, I can't wait to see exactly what this thing looks like. And you already know I'll be the first one in line to get them.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. And it's crazy because LeBron's on shoe 23 now, which is like crazy to think about how long his signature line has lasted.
I know, it's crazy. And I've gotten all 23 of them.
You don't see like a lot of signature cleats in football, do you really? Like it's not really the same. Like Trav, you wear like your own PEs, like Jordan PEs, right? Don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shout out to Jordan. I think those fit my game the best just because I grew up in that like Jordan era of like I kind of like that mid to high top like boot kind of feel, you know, save the ankles, protect the ankles.
Yeah, seriously. No
but it's ironic how like a lot of like LeBron's made his way to the football field. Right. Jordan's made his way to the football field. It's kind of like the basketball players kind of run that world of like what's on your feet, and it's always been because of, you know, how good you guys are on the court.
How much goes into the technology? I am curious about that because that's one thing that I get frustrated a little bit with, like cleats, modern cleats. Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish these things grab better. I wish they had a different mold on the bottom of them. Like, were you super involved in that process as well?
Yeah, for sure. And like, obviously I'm pretty like picky about what I wear. Like I like a certain two Kobe models. So like I knew whatever I was going to put in my own shoe, it need to be like the equivalent of that technology or even better. And it's going to be even better. I'm not going to say exactly what it is because I think it'll get people excited about it. And I think even like the Chinese market, like I was talking to some people at Nike, like over in China, like they'll cut open the inside of the Kobe's and like show people the technology that's on the inside of the shoe because they're like, that means a lot to them. Like they want to know what they're getting out of the product.
Right.
Wow.
So I thought that was like really fascinating.
Cut that open? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So it better be made well, but it will be.
I was about to say.
I've seen some videos where they'll like cut them in half, and you know you can like look at like a complete cross section of the whole thing.
So there's like a couple Kobe's that they have only the technology in like the heel of your foot and not the forefoot of your foot, and I can like tell a huge difference when I play in those. Like it feels like I'm running on hardwood, so like I really struggled to wear those. But for other people, they obviously love them. But for me, it's like no, I need that technology everywhere. So that's honestly been a huge part of, you know, the process and the creation of the shoe is like it being comfortable and exactly kind of what I need. And the technology that we're going to put into it isn't anything that they've ever put into a basketball shoe before. So I'm really excited about that.
That's exciting.
It really is amazing how much one shoe works for one person, but it doesn't work for another. Like Nike switched the bottom of their cleat, maybe 2018, Trav? When did they start going to that new mold?
Gosh, you're putting me on the spot. They're all tying together right now.
2019, 2018, whatever. Anyways, they went to like a new mold, and I'm like, man, there's just something that feels a little bit off. And I like went and had my foot like 3D analyzed.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, do they scan your guys' feet for the cleats, or how's that work?
So they have that technology available, and I went to that. I'd never used it, and they said actually your foot is geared more towards this like 2015 cleat that they kind of stopped making. And I went back to that. I was like,
so they had to dig some up in the storage unit so you could
They were searching equipment rooms like this. I was wearing this cleat up until like 2024.
That's crazy. And then
I'd have to take them to a cobbler in South Philly who would have to re-glue it because the glue was starting to rot out on these things.
Oh, Jason went full on custom. Like he got his own
he had
cobbler.
to retire because they didn't have any more cleats.
That's
exactly.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You still got those things in the garage if the Eagles need one game out of them.
You
still got them.
Yeah.
You still got
Stop.
What did you guys collect the most of? I know, like Trav, you collected a lot of shoes growing up. Like, what were you like? What did you like the most, or like what was something you kind of always wanted to get? Or what's your favorite pair of shoes you've ever owned?
I was just going to get into, I didn't want to get into too much about your shoe because, you know, it's still the excitement of everyone, you know what I mean, the drop and everything. But my favorite shoe ever was the Marty McFly. When they came out with the self-tying and just the whole boot and finally bringing that to life, knowing that it was in the future back in the 80s and like they actually made that mold. It was like my first, seriously, it was like my first purchase when I got a check. I was like, went online, like Marty McFly's Nike size 13, because they did make a size 14. And I'm just like, where are they? And I grabbed them, and I still got them. Still got them. This things still light up on me and everything.
I'm what some people might call shoe ignorant. I don't know anything about shoes.
You just wear whatever you get for free. I like that.
That's what it was. I wore sandals, and then my mom got me. The only time I ever cared about what I wore, she got me 2 pairs of Skechers, and I wore these things into high school, and never again have I ever worn a pair of Skechers.
Did they light up? Did they light up?
I'm sorry, they did not light up. And I got clowned so bad, and then I immediately went out and bought some Timberland boots because everybody was saying
He's
those
been
were
rocking
the best.
Tims ever since.
Rocking the Tims. That's great. That's hilarious. From Skechers to Tims. That's quite the switch up.
I was like, I got to fix this public image right now. This is not good.
My original like love for kicks came in the Jordan era. I remember wearing the 14s, the Jordan 14s in like middle school travel league basketball. And then when Bron came out with everything, being a Cleveland kid and seeing him actually play in high school was crazy.
So you guys saw him live? Like how often?
I got lucky. One of our good friends, Andrew Brandt, and his mom had an extra ticket.
No way.
And I went down there and saw the
Was
King
it packed?
live.
Like
oh, it was
full.
To the roof. It was it was like a whole like parade event outside. They had to like cut off the like streets around it. It was insane. It was awesome though. Yeah. He threw it off the backboard and threw it down, and the whole stadium or whole arena felt like it was about to rock.
I never saw him play live, but he was on all the time. Like even when he had a few of the games that were broadcast nationally when he was in high school, but even the other ones were on local TV. And it was like an entire event when he was in high school. Like everybody be talking about it the next day. Did you see what LeBron did last night? And it was a crazy time in Cleveland for sure.
I got one more Bron story. So in high school, this is when I was in high school, he was going through his first couple years in the leagues, and his Bron 2s came out, and Bron 2s were iconic shoe. I still have so many pairs of them, but at that point I wanted to get like a pair that nobody had. And in my mind, I didn't really know the like sneaker market or like how things worked or anything like that. So I thought I was going to go out and get a pair that nobody had. And literally like there was only like 2 colorways that LeBron had officially came out with at that point. And I went online and I'm searching all on the web for like a LeBron 2. And I found this black and silver pair of LeBron 2s.
Were they fake?
Begged my mother to get them for me for Christmas. Walked into Heights High with them. And one of Harry's older brother, Will, actually came up to me. He's like, Trav, let me see those things. He looked at them. Somebody from across the room. Hey, Will, you think those are real? And Will looked like, real fake? I got smoked, never wore them again. Mom asked me, oh, did everyone love your shoes? I was like, yeah, they loved them.
They took them. They loved them so much.
The funniest part was I ordered a 14 and they were like a size 11. I was like, the whole time my feet were like this. I'm like, it was the worst.